What's in this package? What does this label mean? And why did it take 3 months to arrive? Before we get to the big reveal, let me tell you a little bit about our channel. We love making videos about packages from all over the world because they teach us so much about international trade and the global economy. Some of our favorite videos include a $23 laptop from China, a $94 smartphone from Pakistan, and a $10 electric scooter from Vietnam. We've even made videos about empty packages. They can teach us just as much as packages that have something inside them. You can learn more about how international trade works by checking out some of those videos. Back to today's video. This package was sent from Shenzhen, China, and arrived in California after traveling through several countries including Singapore, Japan, and Korea. The final leg of the journey was a 7,000-mile flight aboard an Atlas Air Boeing 747 freighter. The item inside this package is dangerous. It has been restricted or banned by many governments, including the US government. They were listed as table tennis bats, which is exactly what they were trying to smuggle. Out of the 21 tons of cargo, these 2 boxes were selected for a manual inspection by US Customs and Border Patrol. Once they opened the boxes, they realized that table tennis bats were actually hollow. Each one contained more than 1.6 pounds of a white powder. The 2 boxes contained a total of 3.2 pounds of fentanyl. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 to 100 times more potent than morphine. It wasn't the first time Etihad Airways had tried to pull off a smuggling operation like this. In May 2021, the same thing happened on a flight from China to New York. That time the boxes were hidden among 28 tons of auto parts. In both cases, the shipments originated in the city of Yiwu, which is known as the shopping capital of the world. Nearly everything sold on AliExpress is shipped from here. Yiwu is home to the world's largest small package distribution center. More than 1.8 billion packages are shipped from here every single year. Nearly 10 million packages leave every day. If you've ever ordered something off of AliExpress, there's a good chance your package came from here. Smugglers like to use places like Yiwu because there is so much going on. Among the hundreds of millions of packages leaving every week, it's very easy for a suspicious package to go unnoticed. One way smugglers get around detection is by combining many small packages into one larger shipment. When a lot of small packages are combined into a bigger one, the contents become harder to identify. Sometimes it's obvious what's inside a package if it's a strange shape, size, or weight. But if you combine enough packages into one larger shipment, it becomes harder to determine what's inside. It's also harder to inspect. If you want to inspect a small package, it's easy to set up a manual inspection or send the package through an X-ray machine. If you need to inspect a large shipment, it requires more manpower and resources. A lot of small packages coming from China are consolidated into larger shipments at places like the Sufantan port in China and the Cologne-Bonn airport in Germany. These 2 locations are among the largest cargo airports in the world. Their main business is consolidating small packages from China into larger shipments that are easier to transport. From here, the packages travel by train, plane, and truck to their final destination. If you order something small from AliExpress, there is a good chance your item will make the trip from China to Europe and then on to North America. No matter where your order ships from, chances are it took a long time to arrive. It might have traveled across multiple continents and passed through several major airports before arriving at its final destination. That's probably why you received an email saying your order shipped, and then another email saying it was out for delivery. The shipping company usually doesn't know what's inside the package and they don't care. They are just delivering your order. I think it's important to mention that the vast majority of the billions of packages leaving EU every year are not smuggling illegal substances. Most of the packages are filled with clothing, electronics, toys, home appliances, kitchen supplies, and other everyday goods. In fact, most of the world's consumer goods are produced in Yiwu or one of the other cities along the Yangtze River Delta. The problem is that it's very easy for smugglers to hide their products among the billions of legal packages. The global supply route can sometimes be taken advantage of. Many companies don't keep track of their products once they leave the factory. There's no way to know where the products end up once they leave the factory. Some end up at flea markets, and some end up on street corners. The world's largest manufacturer of fidget spinners is based in Shenzhen, China. They sell nearly 20 million units every single year, but there's no way to know who buys them or where they end up. A large manufacturer in Taiwan produces 100 million light bulbs every year. A large portion of these end up in the United States, but there is no way to know exactly where they end up once they cross the border. Many products are sold with the intention of being resold in the United States, but there is no way to control where they end up once they cross the border. They could end up at retail stores or flea markets. They could end up on street corners or in someone's garage. The manufacturer of this product doesn't know who bought it, how much they paid for it, or where it ended up. This is a problem for many reasons, but one of the biggest problems is that it makes it difficult to hold people accountable. Let's say you buy a light bulb from Amazon. Chances are it was manufactured in Yiwu and it was shipped directly to you from China. Now let's say you break the light bulb and cut it open. You find that the socket contains a small amount of fentanyl. Who is responsible? Is it the manufacturer who made the socket? Is it the person who put the fentanyl in the socket? Or is it you? If the police found this in your house, would you be arrested? Would the manufacturer be held accountable? Or would the person who put the fentanyl in the socket be arrested? It depends on the laws in your country, but either way, it's hard to find them because no one knows where anything comes from. It's important to remember that these global supply routes are controlled by some of the most powerful corporations in the world. They ship billions of packages across the globe every single year, and they can control where they go. They can also control what goes inside them. We should keep in mind that there are people behind these giant corporations. There are real human beings who make decisions that affect us every single day. The actions of these people have an impact on us whether we realize it or not. We live in a globalized world. It can be hard to understand where things come from. We can easily blame the people that we see. We can blame the drug dealer on the street corner or the store owner selling counterfeit goods at the flea market. But what about the person who decided to put the fentanyl in the light bulb socket in the first place? Where do they get their materials from? Who are their suppliers? Where did those suppliers get their materials from? Who are their suppliers? This is a never-ending cycle. People are behind these giant corporations. They make decisions that affect us whether we realize it or not. Some people intentionally put fentanyl in light bulb sockets. Others don't. Some people intentionally smuggle illegal substances across borders. Others don't. Before you decide that someone is guilty, make sure you know where they got their materials from. You might be surprised by what you find. Alright, now it's time for the big reveal. This package was labeled as containing hair straighteners, but it was actually full of nicotine salts. Nicotine salts are extremely concentrated and inexpensive to produce. They are the key ingredient in e-cigarettes and vape pens. Since they are highly addictive, many governments restrict or ban their sale. But despite this, they are easy to purchase online. In the past, we've made videos about $50 smartphones from Pakistan and $23 laptops from China. These products were extremely cheap because they were produced in countries with lax labor laws. But this product is extremely cheap for another reason. It's produced in massive factories in China that operate around the clock. The production process is completely automated. Machines mix chemicals and package the product. Humans are only needed to oversee the process. This means that the product can be produced very quickly and sold at a low price. The only problem is that it's extremely addictive. So the next time you receive a mysterious package from overseas, don't be fooled by the label. Check out our other videos to learn more about how international trade works. Leave a comment below to let us know what videos you want to see in the future. Thanks for watching.